Don't mind the government as long as our rights aren't infringed, but now we've let Joe Biden in, oh no, my boys, oh no. Soon may the ammo man come to bring us bullets for our guns. One day when the panic is done, back to the range we'll go. You know you're just a patriot, but soon they'll call you terrorist. You know your name is on a list, you know, my boy, you know.
Pretty good song from Mr. Dabbingsworth, huh? Man, it really hits home, doesn't it? Welcome back to the channel, guys. Appreciate you for tuning in. If you give me the like, share, subscribe, and comment, man, it'd be greatly appreciated. So, starting things off here, all right? I have strategically located each one of these videos for you to pay attention, and you're going to have to hit the pause point on some of these and read what is in the background, because we're not allowed to talk about it on here, all right? And if I mention it, it's funny. I already did once, and the views fall off. Like, we're talking like crazy. So, let's just go ahead and watch this and, take away from it what you will. So let's hop right into this.
From the ship that hit that bridge is missing 2 minutes of sensor data and steering inputs. Why wouldn't it? And of course the ship managed to somehow defy the laws of physics. If you're unaware of what I'm talking about, go ahead and put your tinfoil hat on and follow me. But we have 2 new revelations about that ship hitting the bridge. The first is what Gen Z would refer to as sus. But the second thing is impossible. So let me give you the sus shit first. So they recovered the black box from the ship. They recovered the black box completely intact because why wouldn't they? The ship didn't fucking sink. Then the NTSB informed us that 2 minutes is missing. And it just so happens to be the 2 minutes leading up to the crash. Even though, as we all know, a black box is supposed to have a backup power supply so you never stop recording. But nevertheless, some very strategic 2 minutes is just fucking gone. And the sad part is that's the more reasonable part of the 2 things we just found out. Like the second thing is not just sus, it's impossible. So here's a very short clip of what the NTSB just said.
27 and 4 seconds. The pilot ordered the Dali to drop the port anchor.
If you don't know anything about ships and boats, that might not sound that fucked up to you. So let me just show you. You heard him say that they dropped the port anchor. And the port side of a ship is the left side. Let's all have a basic understanding of physics here for a second. They dropped the anchor off the left side of this fucking ship. How the fuck did this ship turn right? That's not possible. It's just not. You cannot drop an anchor off this side and make the ship go that way. Like, look, I understand that the Biden administration is not good at much. But one thing I thought they were very good at was lying to my face and genuinely getting away with it. How do you have a government that is packed full of lawyers and spies, and you still somehow suck at lying to the American people? Now we're supposed to just accept that we're missing 2 minutes from a black box that was completely self-contained and had backup power. And it just so happens that those are the 2 most crucial fucking minutes. And then we're supposed to believe that a ship just said, fuck physics. I'm voting for the fucking asteroid in November. Of course.
Brother, I didn't even know there was an asteroid in November. Let it hit, son. Let's go. Sign me up, man. I'm just joking. We'll be all right. It ain't coming. Let's hop on this next one.
Real quick couple of questions. What was on the boat? Like, what was in those containers? 'Cause it was carrying almost 5,000 containers, so like what was on the boat? What was on the boat? Like, I haven't done a ton of digging into this specific company, but I guess their owner was like found in their car. So like what was on the boat? And it was going to this place, which, yeah, what what was on the boat?
Let's go ahead and read along there.
What was on the boat? Because it's rumored that this port is like one of the biggest hubs for this type of activity. So like, what was on the boat? And then for this guy to come out and say, what was it that he said? Oh, right, the federal government is going to fund the rebuild. So basically, like, you and I, taxpayers, are going to pay for them to put this building. But that's a shipping giant, which definitely has insurance. Why aren't they making an insurance claim where they can like do an investigation to figure out what happened to the boat? What was on the boat? What was on the boat? Now we're paying for it this way, so there doesn't have to be an investigation. No. We'll just pay for it and everything goes away. What was on the boat? This is a severe problem in Baltimore, so... What was on the boat? Okay.
What was on the boat, man? That's what I'm saying. Looks pretty sketchy to me. Little suspects, but shit. At this point, they're just covering everything up they can. So we know it.
Get this straight. 2 of the fastest U.S. military sea lift ships are trapped in the Baltimore Bridge collapse. So if anything goes down, they can't get out and help our guys. I'm not worried. You shouldn't be worried. But old Russia just brought their destroyer to the Red Sea. I'm not worried. You shouldn't be worried. It's not a big deal. We'll be fine. Besides, we got bigger things to worry about, right? Like, where is Puffy Cosby? Right? Man, we got to
Oh, hell no.
find him. We got to look into this. This is crazy. We got to figure it out. Let me tell you something. That was America back in the day. Strong, respected, feared. Boom. There's the flavor. That's the United States of today, for sure. Nobody takes us serious. We're weak as fuck. And our leader may or may not be Satan. We're not sure, but I'm sure. Are you sure? It's up in the air.
I'm pretty damn sure, man. Let me be honest with you.
Let's verbal rudder commands. 1 minute later, 1:26, the VDR was able to resume, and it got some of that electronic data. So again, for 2 minutes, gone. Here's the NTSB talking about, now I want you to bear in mind, President Biden came out days ago and told us, first thing in the morning, that there's nothing to see here, or, you know, an initial investigation, no foul play, nothing to worry about. We're going to rebuild the port, and we're going to pay for everything. We're going to fix the bridge. Don't worry about it. Let's move along. I got to catch a flight to North Carolina. 2 days later, the NTSB now admits that they just arrived on board to start their initial investigation. So how did the Biden administration get this data when they hadn't even landed on the ship yet? Watch.
The operations and engineering group was able to board the vessel last night, and they did a walkthrough of the vessel, including the bridge and the engine room. They were looking for other electronic components, any sort of downloadable recorders, any sort of cameras, any sort of CCTV. They did not find any of those things, but that search continues.
Oh. We're looking around, like anything here recording anything at any time? No.
Yeah, we don't have any recording equipment.
Magically off again?
They're all gone. We can't find anything.
That's so weird.
There's no recording equipment. And as one viewer wrote me this afternoon to say, hey, Clayton, why was there only like one CCTV camera in that whole port? Like, why are we only seeing footage from like one location, that one CCTV camera? Good question. So we don't know. So let's go to the frame 4 here. Yeah, that one there, Philip. So at this time, a dispatcher at the Pilots Association contacted the duty officer and to let them know that, oh my God, you better shut down some traffic here. At 1:27 a.m., 2 minutes before contact with the bridge pier, the pilot gave the order to drop Dolly's port anchor. He also gave additional steering commands. So now we have power resuming, but we heard that there was no power before this. At 1:27, the pilot made a general radio call over VHF to warn that the Dolly had lost all power and was approaching the bridge. So this would have been verbal steering commands. So why did it suddenly turn with such a sharp turn into the pier, or into the pylon of the bridge? The ship was making 7 knots at 1:29 a.m., the moment that the black box began recording the audible sounds of the collision. The noise continued until 1:29, and the pilot made a VHF call to report the bridge's collapse a few minutes later. So now the NTSB admits that they just began interviewing crew members yesterday. Agency Chair Jennifer Homenday said at this press conference, the first interviews with the pilots are scheduled for tomorrow, meaning today, Thursday. For immediate term, the agency's focus is on collecting any. So why wait this many days to start interviewing the crew? Did you find that odd? You can just wait that long for an investigation into the crew? What happened?
An investigation that we've been given a foregone conclusion.
Right. So the Biden administration told us nothing to see here, nothing wrong. We've already come to the conclusion. The NTSB hasn't even interviewed the crew and the pilots yet. And they just arrived on board to get their initial assessment and find no electronic recording equipment 2 days later. But the Biden administration told us everything's fine. Okay. So again, this is unbelievable.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy. The level of stuff they're getting away with right now is just absolutely terrifying. Like, they can get rid of people like that right now. Know that. You're on somebody's shit list, and they need you gone. They're doing it. They're cleaning shit up right now. I mean, can't tell you how many times I've seen people get killed for posting something on Facebook. Like this year. Running the MRAVs right through their freaking house and then shooting them in the head when they don't even have a gun. They don't give a shit. We're turning into a dictatorship. And we know this. So what the hell is going to happen this next election? It's going to be crazy, man. It's going to be crazy. But let's go ahead and...
Don't mind the government as long as our rights aren't infringed, but now we've let Joe Biden in, oh no, my boys, oh no. Soon may the ammo man come to bring us bullets for our guns. One day when the panic is done, back to the range we'll go. You know you're just a patriot, but soon they'll call you terrorist. You know your name is on a list, you know, my boy, you know.
Son of a bitch, man. Let's hop into the next one here, dude. We're putting this shit together. Just wait, it gets crazy right here.
Holy hell! Holy shit! Did you feel it?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that barge is loose.
It was moving quick.
That barge is loose.
There's a man standing right there.
No, it didn't knock that bridge down. I don't know. Oh my gosh.
I feel like I'm about to throw up.
Look at the barge, how it dented the barge. Hey Tyler, get your phone and call 911. Because they have to shut this bridge down.
How are we gonna get done?
Holy hell, look at that barge, what it did. Did the guy not see it?
I don't know.
Look, that one's loose.
It's all loose from the barge, I think.
Oh my gosh, man.
I think he's let go of it.
That one hit the other side. What bridge is this again? US 50.
I used to drive over this bridge all the time, man. I used to live in Tulsa, and I used to have to drive on this bridge all the time. And I'm I'm kind of shocked that this happened, honestly. But am I real? I'm not shocked, dude. This is a full-on scale attack, dude. When you realize that those terrorists in Russia got paid $5,000 to do what they did, ain't gonna take much, man. Ain't gonna take much. That should terrify the shit out of everybody. You have $5,000, you could pay somebody to do whatever the hell you want. Think about that. It's just unreal, man. Scary, really. Happy Easter Sunday, everybody. I want you to know that. And the thing that the Biden administration did about changing today. I'm not even going to mention what they changed today to, because I don't even want to give it anything, but it's bad, man. It's bad. So now let's go and hop into this gentleman here. He lays it all out there. This is what could have said it better, man.
Let me get this straight. Baltimore Key Bridge got hit. Then, that same day, I-480 bridge was burnt down. Now, Oklahoma Bridge was hit. But the only difference about the Oklahoma Bridge is that they just did damage. They couldn't knock the bridge down. Isn't it mighty strange that bridge after bridge after bridge is getting attacked? This never happened ever before in history. Bridges getting damaged back to back. Do you find this to be a little suspicious? Just a little suspicious? Wow.
It's getting bad, man. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I already reached out to the family and said, you know, you better be if this ain't the start of the attacks, man. Everybody says, well, we're not getting attacked at all. You know, when they say that, that just means that they haven't seen anybody they know die. Because that's as far as they can think, right? It's absurd, honestly. We've been under attack for an unbelievable amount of time, and people just don't want to acknowledge it. So, per usual, get your shit in order and get on it, man. I would say this is the start. I would say that bridge getting knocked down was probably the kickoff for more events. And let's pray for Easter Sunday, man. Let's hope nothing bad happens today. So, God bless, guys. You guys have a good rest of the day. Appreciate you tuning in. Also, if you give me the like, share, subscribe, and maybe throw a little comment down there. And, ooh, before I forget, we're going to try something new here. Where is it? Oh, can't get it to work. I was going to do a shout out for Mr. Big Prepper here. He left a great comment. Unfortunately, I can't find it. But with that being said, guys, appreciate you for tuning in. Have a wonderful rest of the day. Later on.